Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a get ready with me using my current favorite products and just some products that I think are working so well in my routine that I want to share with you guys. And yeah, also just I wanted to film with my red hair before it fades away. Now a lot of these products you guys will have seen before. Actually, I think all of these products you would have seen before on my channel, but it's all about rediscovering, trying it with new products and all that jazz. It's a lot of products I want to share, and yeah, without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay, so we're going to get started and we're going to first begin with some skin prep and lip prep. So the first thing I'm going to take is actually this Chorus lip butter. This is in the shade and flavor Mango. I actually don't know if they sell this anymore because this is really old and I still have quite a bit left. I like to just put some all over my lips, and whatever I have left I'll just wipe it on my cheeks so it gives me like a little bit of a flush underneath. I don't think it actually does much to the actual, you know, makeup later on if it like peeks through, but makes me feel like I'm not wasting any product. And next we're going to go in with skin prep, and this is the one I am obsessed with when used with the rest of the products for my skin. It just makes my makeup look so much better because, let's apply this while I speak. So I'm going to take a little bit of this clear moist primer, just 2 pumps like that. It has some gold flakies in it, which I think is quite fancy. And the reason I know this primer is amazing is because paired with the products I'm going to use later for my complexion, once I used it without the primer because I was running late for uni, I just chucked everything on. My makeup looked really rough at the end of the day. Like, it wasn't looking too cute. And I was like, why is it different? I use literally the same thing. And then I forgot to use my primer. So this primer really makes a difference. It really hydrates the skin. It's this gel-like consistency, but you can see it just melts right into the face, and I just really enjoy it. I think it's really good. And I'll be quite sad when I run out of it, but I'm also going to be really happy that I finished an entire primer. Whilst we let that settle in for a little bit more, I'm going to talk about the 2 cushions I've been obsessed with using together. The first one is the Too Cool for School Fixing Nude Cushion, and the second one is the Misha Magic Cushion. These two are magic together because this is actually a mattifying cushion, so this one makes your skin really just flat and everything looks almost like a filter. What I really like about this is using it on the center of my face because that's usually where I'm a bit more oily, so this really controls the oils. And this is a little bit lighter in shade range wise as well than the Misha, so the Misha on the perimeters, because this one's more of an all-rounder. It really just helps with everything. And then that fell. But this one's an all-rounder. It just looks really good and it is a little bit darker, so it creates like a dimension on my face without using any other products. This is in the shade 2W Ivory, and this is, I'm pretty sure, the shade 23, and both of them are SPF 50 plus. So you have your normal cushion and my teardrop shaped little puff. I just, you know, take a pretty generous little puff and I just apply it straight onto my skin. The reason I don't actually pat it on a lid anymore is because I've been using this cushion so much that it's basically running out and running low, so I can just apply it on like this, like that. You can see it's quite pale against my skin, so that's a little bit scary if I just apply it all over, but you can see how it really evened out. My skin tone looks really great. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Misha now and just kind of pat it out. So I'm going to take a little squeeze, and this time I'm actually going to pat it a little bit on the lid because I do have a little bit extra of the Misha. I just recently turned the cushion inside out to get more product, so that's a life hack. If you feel like your cushion is running out, actually take out the cushion and turn it inside out because there's more product on the inside. So what I like to do is I like to start on the cheekbones because I think the difference is so subtle. I don't know if you can tell, it is a little bit darker, and Misha tends to be a little bit more grey and cool tone with their foundation and base products, so it's actually really perfect for contouring. So I like to just apply it on the perimeters. Can we see that how it makes like the most subtle shading around my face and skin? Like the shades are close enough and the undertones are really similar so that it doesn't look too, I guess, out of place, but it also just subtly frames my skin as well without me using too much product, right? So it used to be quite flat, it's just pure white. It was a little bit scary, but now you can see there's a little bit of an angle. Of course there's more shadows on this side just purely because of the sunlight lighting, but even when I do this, you can see it's a little bit darker. And we're going to put this down on the neck as well, so it looks more natural. Whilst we let that settle in a little bit, I'm going to talk about my new obsession when it comes to setting my skin, and this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder in lavender. Yes, this is a travel size, but look how much you get in here. This has 7.8 grams, which I think is quite a bit. Let me check my other powders. Okay, so I just checked. This is one of my other favorite powders. You guys know this is the Laneige Neo powder, and this only has 7 grams in it, and this is a full size. This is a travel size, and I just checked my Too Cool for School. This is a really nice pressed powder. It's a really good dupe for the NARS one, and this one, oh my lord, only has 4 grams. So this is actually crazy, and this is really affordable in comparison, because I'm pretty sure this was like $30-40. This one's around 20. I probably got it on sale as well during Black Friday a long time ago. So yeah, this one's amazing. It's really good. It comes with this little puff in here as well. You can apply the product. I personally don't really use it. And then you have inside the logo that says Fenty Beauty, and you can just take it out. What I like to do is actually take a little bit on the lid like that, just like that, onto the lid, and get a huge fluffy brush and just apply it all over. So really coats it, and I really like this powder because it's kind of like a 2-in-1. You can almost bake the skin if we remember baking. This is subtle baking in my opinion. So I'm just going to place it on the center of my face like that and tap it in. Because this is a lavender powder, it actually neutralizes and cancels out the yellow tones, and it really helps brighten your skin, especially if you are of Asian descent like me. You have a stronger yellow undertone, so this one's really good for brightening. You can see I put it on the center of my face, and normally when I would just brighten, I tap it in and then slowly buff it out. And make sure you also go on your eyelashes and your eyebrows. And what's really good about this combination for your base is I find that it looks better throughout the day. So for some reason, like as I really like move and like my oil seep through a little bit, my skin looks more natural. Like it looks great now, but throughout the day it just looks even better because it melts into your skin. And right now it might look a little bit powdery, but honestly after like 5 minutes it looks so good. Next I want to show you guys the blush I've been obsessed with. This is from Darseek. This is the Darseek Blending Mood Cheek in 03 Peach Blending. This definitely is a very neutral cheek, and you have 2 highlighting shades and 2 dimensional deepening shades. I actually like to use the same powder brush, and because it has that lavender powder, it kind of melts in with your base a little bit better. So what I like to start off first is I like to blend all of them together, because this formula is so soft and the pigment is not as strong, so you can really go in with layers. And I really like layering my blush because I think it's more dimensional. So what I like to do is I switch between both of them and I pat it on the center of my face, kind of where I put my setting powder actually. I concentrate a little bit more on this shade on top because it's the lightest, and it almost looks like I'm setting my skin again for the second time. And because this brush is so fluffy, this is from Yesstyle Beauty, and it is just one of those brushes where, because it's so dispersed with the bristles, it gives like an airbrushed, really soft, diffused finish. And then now what I'm going to do is take the bottom 2 shades and just deepen my skin on the perimeters. This way all the blush just kind of melts into each other and blend seamlessly. I also like to sweep some on my eyelids as well. Lastly, just pat a little bit on the forehead. It creates more of that contoured look, and a little bit on the chin. Next I'm going to use a highlighter. You probably saw me use this as the mirror earlier. This is from Bobbi Brown. This is the highlighting powder in Pink Glow. I really enjoy this, and because it's more leaning pink, it's great as a blush topper. I just take again a really soft fluffy brush and dust the slightest amount on the high points of my cheeks. Barely there, but I just think it adds a little extra something when you like, you know, tilt your head. I'm never going to finish this. This is massive. It's 8 grams. I'm never gonna finish this highlighting powder, but it's so pretty. If you want to splurge on like a very fine highlighting powder, this one is the way to go. Now for the eyes, I've been keeping it really simple lately. I sometimes don't even use an eyeshadow anymore. I just use whatever pink tint, get a little eyeliner on and call it a day, just because I'm prioritizing sleep over getting ready nowadays, which I shouldn't do that because I should take advantage of the days where I can wear makeup. But this is a palette I've been using quite a bit lately. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam. Isn't this such a flashback? Such like 2016's baddies makeup, like instant baddies. Oh my gosh, I miss that era. I really like when we had really fun and loud makeup, and back then I wasn't allowed to wear makeup, so I just saw those Instagram pics and it was everything. But now that, you know, clean beauty is more the trend, you know, this seems a little bit out of place, which is a little bit of a shame, but still really fun. What I like to do now, because you can see like most of my skin is quite pink, I like to just take a little bit of rose pink, this glitter shimmer shade. And mind you, Anastasia is very pigmented and I have quite a little kickback, so make sure dust that off. And I like to just press this on the center of my eyes. Next, to blend everything out a little bit more, I'm just going to take a little bit of orange soda, again the tiniest tap, and just focus towards the lash line. I've mentioned this in the past, but I actually really enjoy using like a shimmer or satin shade as an all over color for the eyes, because it creates like a dimension, and like when you move your face, it creates like, you know, some shifts, and it just looks really pretty and it catches the light, and you're not pressing it on, so it's not super intense. It just looks very diffused. And something about like pink and orange just makes such a beautiful summery look. It's just so soft. Go and take a little mix of orange soda and burnt orange together and just do the lower lash line. Okay, truth be told, this step I actually don't do, but I just feel like doing it right now. I'm going to take a little bit of my highlighting powder, which is the Bobbi Brown, and I'm going to just highlight the inner corners. I saw a friend of mine do this the other day when we were out for brunch, and I was like, your eyes look so incredible. And she's like, yeah, I just put a little bit of highlighting powder on the center and mix it and accentuate the V, because you guys know I love to just put a little bit here, but I never really put it in the center of my eyes. And I was like, you look absolutely incredible. So I'm going to copy her, just put a little bit here. I don't know how it looks with my eye shape, because her eye shape's a little bit different, but it does pop, right? Like, ooh, that's really quite pretty. And if you notice, this is a lot more white because I'm taking this more like white part of the powder. And I'm going to take a little bit just under the brow bone. Use the fingers to diffuse it. Next, for brows, nothing super special, but I'm going to use a little bit of this brow Cara from Pew. This is tinted, and honestly, this is like a really dangerous product because it's so pigmented, and you really just get tinted brow blindness, because I put a little bit on and I'm like, I'm not seeing it, but then you step away and you're like, whoa, that's really intense. I really like this brow Cara just because it's so thin. Like, look at the applicator. That really takes care of every single strand of hair, and it does make it stick all day. That's good, we can't touch it anymore. And last but not least, we're gonna put on a little bit of eyeliner. Honestly, I just grab whatever. This one's the one I've been using, McQueen. This is number 2, Espresso Latte. It is this beautiful matte brown, and we're just going to do the tiniest wing. Mascara nowadays, I've been just pretty lazy, whatever I get, but lately I've also been really into this Air Perez almond mascara. This is in the shade Mauve, so it's this kind of like actually purpley shade, and I think it's really fun. It goes really well with the pink. I grab this every once in a while, and because the color pigment isn't super strong, you can't actually tell it's colored, and it just does something. It just emphasizes the pinkness in your eyes, and I really like that. Look at how purple that looks, but do not be afraid, it's not that intense. Look at that, my eyes look so fun, and I'm going to just put the tiniest bit on my lower lash line. How fun is it? I am back in love with makeup. I love it. I feel like I go through times where, you know, I'm a little bit sick of my makeup, but now I'm having fun again, even though it's so simple. But let's go on to the last step, which are the lips, and I have been obsessed with this. This is the Fui Blurry Pot situation. This is just so good. I absolutely love it, and it smells really yummy too. It's like this candy apple, oh my gosh, I'm turning American, toffee apple scent. And I just like to take my ring finger and dab it on. Look at that, it looks so pretty, and that's why I like using the Chorus butter underneath, because this is a more matte finish. By putting like a moisturized balm underneath, it's less drying, but it still has that blurring effect. However, I'm not actually using it for the blurring effect. I just really like this shade because we're going to put a little gloss on it. I am into a glossy lip, which I am shocked by myself because I hate glosses. I like lip tints. I like a glossy looking lip, but I hate putting on gloss. Hope that makes sense. How cute is this? This is the shade Hyacinth, I'm pretty sure. yes, Hyacinth from Wayne Goss. Just the most beautiful neutral pink. I love it. I have been using this way too much lately. It's almost gone, which is so sad. I really like this. Yeah, it's just absolutely perfect. And this is my makeup. So guys, that concludes my makeup, and you can see I am doing my makeup a lot more simple as well because of the red hair. The hair I think is just enough of a statement by itself, so I don't like to go too crazy with my makeup anymore, unless it's like a red tone or like a really smoky eye, then I think it works really well with my hair. But normally for every single day, this looks amazing in my opinion, and the lips really make a nice contrast, and I'm absolutely just obsessed with my hair. If you look on the roots, this is also really red. Yeah, so this is my normal everyday makeup, and just all the products I've been absolutely obsessed with lately, and I just want to share with you guys. I think that's me finding my passion in makeup again. Like I said earlier, I just want to share what I love, what works for me, and I want to let more people know about all these amazing products. And you can see I use them a lot. I really want to just cut down on my makeup consumption. It's getting really out of hand, and I am aware of that nowadays. I know I have way too much makeup for someone, and I don't think I will ever use it up. So I'm trying to really just look at what do I actually use, what works well with each other existing in my makeup. I think I went through a phase where, you know, I have this product, I want to pair it with something else that works better and it just matches, but I have similar products in my collection that can do the work. Like for example, this Cleo moisturizer, who knew it would work so well with, let's say, this like cushion and that powder. You know, it's like all about trying and just these different combinations, and I love how my skin looks. Like you can still see some flaws. Obviously I have under eyes because I'm in exam season, I don't sleep that much. But it looks great, and you know, it's all about experimenting and cutting down on products as well. Like I didn't use concealer today, I still feel really great, right? And sometimes you guys know I don't even wear a highlighter, all these things as well. And today, no lip liner. That's like a first. I love lip liner. But yeah, that's all for today. Just a little bit of like a rambly kind of fun get ready with me with favorite products. But let me know down below if you see any products that you really like and would want to try out yourself. And let me know down below what are your favorite combination for makeup as well. And even though I just said I don't want to buy too much new products, if it goes on sale, I might check it out. But that's it from me today. If you did like today's video, please give it a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel, and please let me know down below what you would like to see from me in the future. But that's it from today, and I'll see you guys for the next one.